Okay, that wasn't too bad. Now let's just see if it
Yep.
worked. I haven't been able to test out whether it worked or not, but it usually does. So we're doing 46
Yep.
instead of 48.
Yes, it's 46 and then 47. So,
46 and 47?
yeah.
Okay. I'll try to go through this a little bit faster. All right, we start with our cosine curve.
Okay.
I'm not going to go through labeling. Yeah, I need to label some of them. I need to label that, and I need to label that on the horizontal axis. And you need to label the 1 and minus 1. So that is a standard cosine curve. By that I mean that is y equal cosine x. A is 1, B is 1, everything is, phase shift is 0, so forth and so on. So the
Yep.
reflection, which is the first thing we're going to do, takes care of that. The next thing we're going to do is move everything down 2 units. Right now, the line of symmetry is the x-axis. So in green, I'm going to move that line of symmetry down 2 units so that it's at minus 2. And then I'm going to draw my blue curve starting from there. Doesn't change the shape. It's going to go up. Notice it does go up exactly to there. In other words, like that. And the only thing left to do is apply the phase shift. Tell me what the phase shift is and which direction.
So, phase shift is left or
Okay.
right.
No,
No, left. It's left.
it's always going to be the opposite of that sign when you're dealing with sinusoidal functions. Just like it
Yeah.
would be the opposite if you had x minus h and h was negative 2, that would show up as x plus 2. So it's the same
Right.
as it is with the polynomials. Okay? So
Okay.
we're going to take our green curve and we're just going to shift one key point on it. How about this point right there? We're going to shift it left by pi. And now I'm going to redraw the whole curve, same shape. Phase shift does not change shape, merely changes horizontal.
Okay.
Okay, so that's basically how you do all of these. Now, it looks like they haven't given you any B's. When you have a B, which is a horizontal shift or stretch, then it gets a little bit more complicated because it affects the period and you have to memorize another equation as to how to translate B to the period change. All right, so what do we got? One more to do, 47?
Yep.
Let me take a look at it first so I'll know where to draw it. Let's see, we're going to go down 1 and we're going to amplitude it by 4. So I'll just make the numbers small. Cosine again.
Mm-hmm.
Now I see a phase shift on 47 of pi over 4. So I need to break this down. That's pi over 2. All your key points, which makes that pi over 4. Okay.
Okay.
First thing, negative. Do that in blue. Second thing, amplitude change. We'll do that in green. So what's the top point it's going to go to and the bottom point?
So top point is 1.
4. 1 is
Oh,
way down here. In other words, no amplitude means an amplitude of 1. You're going to go between -1 and 1. If that number is a 4, then you're going to go up to 4 and you're going to go down to -4. So I'm going to take my blue curve. I'm going to start it at -4 because the blue curve starts at the lowest point. Okay. I got to get up through that point. Got to take it up to +4. Got to bring it down through that x-axis. Okay. Now we got that much of it done. Again, the next thing we should do is what? What's that called?
The vertical shift.
Okay. Our current line of symmetry is the x-axis. So I'm going to do that. How am I going to change that?
Just move that down to -1.
Okay. And this really is the easiest way to do it, is to draw it as a dotted line. Otherwise, you find that it's really hard to do it. So I'm taking my green curve and I'm moving it down by 1 exactly. So now it's going to start at -5, right? And it's
Okay.
going to go
Yeah.
up to what? What's this point going to be?
3.
Still got to hit all those key. Now the line of symmetry is a little different here. Not sure I know how to. Got to be kind of a good artist to be able to do this. Something like that. Finally, I'm going to change the phase shift, which means I'm going to take my purple curve and I'm going to move it left or right by that amount. Which way?
Left.
Okay. So I need a new color. Let's try orange. So I have to figure out where to start this point right here, this purple point. I'm going to start it right there. And that distance is -π/4. Okay. Where am I going to end it?
Uh,
π/4 to the left of 2π, correct?
yes.
That's 7π/4. So I'm going to call 7π/4 right there. And I would label that 7π/4. This is really the better way to do phase shifts, is to figure out where your starting point is and figure out the period didn't change. The period is still 2π, but figure out where your ending point's going to be. And now is all I have to do is draw that blue curve, the purple curve between those 2 points. And the purple curve, this point, is also going to move over by π/4. The crossing points, who knows where they're going to be, but they didn't ask for all that. They just asked us to graph it. That's the way it's done.
All right.
Okay. And at this level of trig, that's probably the best way for you to do it, is to do that phase shift last. If this was a full trig course, I would do the phase shift second. knowing where my starting point is and where my ending point is based on the period. I would actually do it third.
Okay.
All right. That all for you tonight, Dimitri?
Yep, that's it.
I will talk to you Thursday at 7.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.